So when I'm doing estate planning with folks, and specifically when I'm working on creating their trust, I tell them there are two sides to one coin. The first side of the coin is getting your thoughts on paper. This is the words on the page. So we want to make sure the person you want as a guardian for minor children is nominated. The person who you have as trustee is put on paper. The treasure map saying where all of your bank accounts are, that's on paper. So those are the words on the page. The other side of the coin is what's called funding your trust. And I get so used to using parlance, legal parlance. People stop me and say, well, what is funding a trust? And that's an excellent question. And that is the other side of the coin. That is, after all the words are on the page and you've got everyone who you want to receive your assets and all of your personal effects all written down, when you have a trust, the second part of it is letting all of the financial institutions that hold your money know that you have a trust. And this is really important because the documents are just words on a page, but it's part of a machine that you want to turn it on. And so that way, if your sister, who's the trustee, walks into Wells Fargo Bank, if you have already told Wells Fargo ahead of time, hey, I have the West Living Trust, and if something happens to me, I want my sister to be able to come in and get the money. If that is all set up ahead of time, and that is called funding the trust, the chances are greater that she's going to have red carpet rolled out for her rather than red tape. The whole idea of putting a trust together is to make it easier for the person who picks up the baton to be able to run with it immediately. They don't have to go to court or get dragged into a lot of administrative paperwork by each institution. But you have to set that up ahead of time because things don't just automatically happen. So funding a trust is the process of actually, once you have the box, the jewelry box made, putting the jewels in the box. So your Bank of America account, your Fidelity brokerage account, your stocks and bonds, your treasury bills, all of those things get re-registered in the name of the trust. And this means you contacting the financial institution. A lot of the times it means you actually physically go into the bank and having them change their computer records to, instead of saying your name or you and your spouse, it lists in their records the name of the trust. And by doing that, they are on notice of who can come in and get the assets in the account under certain circumstances, typically upon your incapacity or after your death. And if these important things aren't done, then they have no authority to release the money and it gets blocked up. And that creates a lot of administrative hassle and delay. So once you get the words on the page, that is an excellent step. But the second step is making sure that the trust is funded and that the devil's in the details, making sure all the institutions know about your trust so that they can release the money at the proper time. Thank you very much for watching, and I hope this information is helpful.